They have many, many famous people and famous aspects to life in this part of the country, and we've got 3 famous people on stage. Lizzie Donnelly, Lizzie Masterson and Bobby Trimble. And of course, as you can see and hear, they're popular as well as being famous. Yeah. They're famous, of course, for the cure. And everyone in Ireland wants the cure in one way or another. Now, Lizzie Donnelly, what sort of cure have you?
I have the cure for the jaundice.
And where did you get that?
I got it from a next door neighbour.
And how did you get it?
He wrote out the recipe for me. He was finished making it himself and he handed it over to me.
And you took it up?
And I took it up.
How long ago is that?
Oh, it'll be about 7 or 8 years ago.
And have many people come to you since then?
Oh, hundreds of people came to me for the bottle.
It's a bottle?
It's a bottle, yes.
With a mixture made up?
Made out of herbs, yes.
And are you going to tell us what goes into it?
I am, indeed. I have to go through the fields and the ditches and the hedges, the highways and byways.
And you can lean back as well as the highways and byways.
And collect the herbs and dandelion, germander, and primrose roots, and boil the whole lot up together.
To a pint.
Yes, and when it's finally cooked down then soft, strain it off, and it's the liquid that's used.
And it's applied, I suppose, is it, Jess?
Yeah.
Rub it themselves?
No, you drink it.
Lizzie, you have the cure for the thorn.
Yeah.
What is that?
This is unsalted butter. Every May morning, rub it on the thorn. Charm anybody that comes with the thorn.
Now, you better explain to us what you mean by the thorn.
And if you have a thorn in your hand and rub on this in the name of the Father, Son and Holy Ghost, that's all. It might come only once and it might come 3 times.
Now, in fact, may I take that from you? You have the cure, in fact, here.
I have it.
Now, tell us how you get this cure.
Well, get a bit of butter. You have to renew it the 1st of May, every May morning. Unsalted butter.
You're right.
And then, if you have the thorn, and if you hadn't it, you could just rub it on, and that's that.
And why do you have to go and do this on the May morning? Why is that important?
I suppose that's the charm, I don't know.
Is it a charm more than a cure?
It's a charm and a cure.
And where did you get this cure?
From my father and mother and brother that's dead.
And how did they tell you about it?
Well, he was going to school one morning and it was a woman gave him the cure of it. And she gave him a little bit of that. And
of this?
It's in the house, I suppose, it's 100 years.
It's
It never goes bad, you know.
No, I'd say not.
Never.
No.
It might get black, but it won't get bad. For the salt.
It's fine, strong smelling stuff.
It has.
And how much of that would you make?
All you might do is just dip your finger and rub it on it.
And it will cure it. What sort of cures have you effected? Have people been very bad?
They were very bad, and some of them were very beeling and all the stuff.
Can you tell us about the best cure you ever effected?
The best cure ever I had was a fellow that he was after going to the doctor, and he was very bad. There's several of them. I do meet them all, bad and good.
And he came to you, and how long was he coming to you?
About once or twice.
Do the fairies have anything to do with this?
No, it's not witchcraft.
No, I wasn't thinking of witchcraft. I don't think of the fairies as witches, do you?
No.
Well, I don't. I have too much regard for them. Do you like the fairies? You don't? You do not? We'll leave them.
There's nothing in that, only that, no.
Just a good cure. To tell you the truth, I'm glad there's nothing else in it, to be honest with you.
It might have a smell.
Pardon?
It might be strong, but you mess it up with it.
I certainly put up with it. There's nothing wrong with the smell at all. Now, Bobby Trimble, you have a cure for various aspects, have you?
Yes, 3.
What are they now?
There's one of them warts. There's another for the cure of them. It's called the gravel. It's water that not coming from the bladder.
Stoppage of water?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have another, what cure is this?
Do you have a cure for some aspects of blood disease?
Yes.
What is that now?
Well, if you come upon maybe an accident or anyone bleeding, takes a bleeding in the hall, just as you have a prayer to say.
What prayer do you say to stop bleeding?
Well, I'll say the prayer.
Please.
First. Our Lord Jesus was born in a stable in Bethlehem. He was baptized in the river Jordan. The waters was pure, and the waters was good. As Jesus passed by, the water stood, and by his power and in his name, I demand this blood to do the same.
And that is the prayer.
That's the
Nice
prayer.
prayer.
It's a very fine prayer, Lizzie, isn't it?
But you have to say that 3 times before the cure is complete.
And who gave you this prayer?
He was a man I knew. He was below in Rhyme, name of Pat Brady. He was no relation to me.
So, in fact, all your cures haven't come from the family at all.
No.
They've been passed on otherwise.
They passed on other.
Have you come across anybody with a bad problem with blood?
I have about 2.
And what sort of cases were there?
Well, one of them was a child in the hall one night. I don't know whether it was down in Bannalee or what hall I was in. But she was running about and she got a stroke in the face. She was bleeding. But I done the prayer unknown to her. The blood stopped.
Are you all very pleased that you have these cures?
Well, we are, yes. It's very good to be able to give something to
Somebody
cure another
relief.
person.
I suppose in many ways, curing people is helping them.
I
It's
suppose.
helping them along, yes.
And do you intend passing on your cure to anyone else?
I'll pass it on, yes.
And Lizzie, will you pass on yours?
Yes.
And how about yourself?
I'll pass it on to anyone. I'll give you that cure tonight.
You'll give it to me?
Right.
Well, if I had that cure, there'd be no end to the travelling road shows of the highways and byways. And thank the 3 of you for joining us very
Want
much.
to see my bottle?
See your bottle?
Yes.
Do you have it there?
My bottle is there. Bobby.
Where is your bottle?
Have
Bobby,
you
have you
that
got...
bag?
We must see your bottle. I didn't know that. Lizzie, we'd better pass you back your
Aye,
bottle.
thanks.
No. Oh, that reminds me. I'll take that. That reminds me of the
That's
bottles
nice.
that I get in other places.
Nice sweet stuff.
It has all that
You can
sort
take
of...
that, we never had it done.
You can drink this, can you?
You can
can.
indeed, yes.
And what is it made of?
No, it's lovely and sweet.
It's made from the dandelion.
May I take a sip of it?
Can
You can.
indeed. Pleasure.
Lads? This is lovely. Thank you very much. Thanks very much.